I come from a place where war is kind of normalized. Like me, I came into Australia through immigration. We didn't come here by boat, which I heard a lot of people did. Whoever brought us here, immigration, they actually put together a few tickets for us. We came by flight. I know my parents, they love their country, like they loved being in Africa. So coming to Australia, it wasn't like an easy decision of, hey, let's go, let's do this is fun, you know. It was more like life or death. Child soldiers happened in a lot of places. And in any country that is at war, they need soldiers. And most times the best soldiers are those who are young. In my country, right, just to paint a picture, so if you were chosen to be like one of the child soldiers, to determine loyalty, you would have to like, basically they will train you for a specific set of period time. After they think that you're ready, they would actually get you to harm or kill like your best friend. Even a brother or like somebody, or even your own parents. You never know. Like these guys were very brutal. Soldiers used to walk around like at nighttime. It's kind of like we had a curfew of some sort. So like if you were caught outside and you are mingling with your friends, having a late night conversation of whatever reason, and soldiers were walking by, there is a chance that your life would be in danger because they could kill you right there in the spot. But yeah, I came to Australia when I was 10, 11. We came around November, right? So that's nearing to Christmas and everything like that. And we had fireworks for the first time. My mom, my dad, the way they were telling us to hide under the beds and all these things, they thought it was gunshots and everything like that. But like it was actually fireworks. It was, oh my God, I remember my mom was terrified, my father and everything. We all just like, it took us a second and then my brothers were like, oh no, it's fireworks. Look out there.
When you came to Australia, what was that like for you?
Oh man, I knew 2 words. Yes, no. Actually 3 words. Yes, no, and hi. First of all, in my country, if somebody does this, they are calling you. It's like saying, come, you know, doing this. Now in Australia, they wave like this, eh? It's the first time I saw somebody do that, I went running to them and I'm like, yes. And they said some stuff and I'm just like, yes. I don't know what they were talking about or anything like that. They're like, no. Hello. And that's when I'm like, oh, you're just saying hi. Me being in Australia actually has improved my health a lot. So I was born with a genetic condition called sickle cell anemia. Sickle cell anemia is like a blood disorder. And in Africa, it had never been diagnosed. They never really knew what it was. They just kind of like guessed whatever could help, you know. When we came in Australia, they figured it out on the first day. Like they're like, oh wow, you have sickle cell anemia. Oh, there are blood clots all over. That's why the swelling and all these things, and even medicine to counter and everything like that. So like, it's like Australia has saved some lives.
And how did you end up homeless? What was the situation there?
I'm living with a couple mates, people that I would call my brothers, you know, like people that I thought are family. Sad because like I actually had brothers that would be willing, more than happy enough to like let me live with them. Somebody would fall short and say, look, I won't be able to pay this week. Can you like do it for me? You know, I'll pay you back. That pay you back will never come back, right? So anyways, they all disappear one by one. And eventually I'm like, you know what, I can't keep like paying all this by myself. It's overbearing, like it's too much. Yeah, eventually like there was no way I could stay. But like when you're going through that situation in time, it feels like forever. Each day for it to start and end, you're not even sure how you're gonna get food. And once again, like there probably were people that could have helped, but there is that sense of embarrassment, like what are they gonna say? When you have nothing left, when you think that this is the last moment, you start to discover new things about you. Like you'll be surprised what you'd be willing to do to survive. And I think that's how like the street can be very dangerous sometimes, because like you got these people who have nothing to lose, and they get ignored. They get treated like they're invisible because like nobody notices. When you walk past a homeless person, you even try to avoid them most of the time. I never seen myself be so capable. Um, yeah, just like by having nothing, you realize there is so much more that you're capable of. So much more.
What for you was the most difficult part about it?
Just keeping it to myself. Like knowing I can't tell nobody of what I'm going through. Like I can't explain it to people, and I felt like nobody would even understand if I tried. Yeah, me, myself, and I, and that's it. And that can be very isolating, cause like even when homeless, I would still every now and then meet up with some so-called friends, and they would not know what's going on with me. I don't like pity. I feel like I'm worth a lot. That's why I'm fighting with my last breath. Like, but like people will pity you like as if you this worthlessness, you know. And it's like no. I'm still worth something. They'll look at you and be like, oh, yeah, nobody should ever have to go through that. I'm like, dude, if you could see that I'm surviving this, you'd be like, whoa, it's so amazing to see a survivor like you. I'm thankful that I'm surviving this. Like, not the other way, like depending.
It's a different perspective, right?
Yeah.
Different ways to look at it.
Literally.
Yeah.
Some people would be like, you know what, man? Are you hungry? Let's go get food. And then you get those like who show you pity, and they'll just be like, oh mate, oh you probably need a smoke, and it's like, huh? Bro, I need a smoke. Like, what? Why do I need? And it's like, oh I know. They will assume that like you all like just drinkers and smokers and drug doers and all these things, you know. And it's like, yeah, even if I gave it to you, you're probably gonna buy yourself drugs. And it's like, what an assumption, right? And it's like, dude, I actually just needed $5 more and I would have a hotel for the night.
So what would your main message be, I guess, to people if they see someone homeless, walking past someone homeless? What would you say they should say?
Well, look, the first thing to realize it's not always about the money. Sometimes it could be just about food. Sometimes it could be just about water. Sometimes it could be just about a conversation. I guarantee you, some of these homeless people, when you talk to them, they're actually so smart. And because they're in the worst of situation, like when you're on the bottom, they say that the only way left is up. The way that they climb up, like the way they do their survival and everything like that, oh my God, it's genius. And it's like you're just underestimating them because they look lesser, and automatically you think less of them. Just one conversation. Sometimes it's just like, find out how they got there. Some people like, it wasn't by choice. Some people, there is a time for everything. Sometimes it's just like when those things are happening, you have no choice or say. To be honest, when I was homeless, I did eat quite nice. I did eat good food. Like there were really genuine, nice people that when you said like, hey, look man, I don't have any money, but like I'm hungry. They would be like, oh, what do you wanna eat? And that's where it's like, I love Chinese food.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, Chinese food, yeah, no problem, man. They walk you down there, it's like, we'll pay for it, and they're gone. And it's like, oh, thanks, man. I'll remember that for the rest of my life. My biggest goals for the future, if I can become independent enough to trust myself, I think that would be amazing, because then that means I wouldn't have to rely on people as much as I've done in the past. Music for me is learning to express myself, but also it's kind of like a testimony of some sort. My testimony is that like there is a time for everything, and I truly do believe in that. So like music for me is a chance for me to like testify that. So like each song is made to show a different moment that I'm going through in time.
How has St. Bart's helped you so far?
Music. I think the support and encouragement I've just like received in music, for me, that is great. That is actually pretty amazing. It's like a new confidence in me, and I appreciate the help as well, because like you guys are opening me up to a new opportunity. Like here we are talking about things like radio station, and we're talking about things like music videos, and even doing community events. I do love the community. Like I love giving back, and I think the best way to start anything is to start it with you in your own community. There is somebody there who can help me get to the goal that I have. I think that's pretty admirable. And in that sense, like St. Bart's has helped a lot, bringing a new hope for like a safer, more secure future kind of thing. Because I feel like as I'm taking a step forward, you guys are walking with me. And I don't even know how I ended up here, but like